Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Coco2264 here, bringing you another redstone video. Now, today, I'm going to be showcasing this little, I don't know what you would call it. It's a storage, it's for storage. So basically, there are 5 different slots right here, and you can select them using these buttons, and it'll select one at a time. Like if you press one, it'll clear the other one. So these are the 5 slots you can pick from, and these are the 3 storage slots that you have where my cursor is. So if I go back to storage slot 1, I can turn on this lamp, and I'll turn on this lamp. Okay, now this is already saved to storage slot 1. Now I can go to storage slot 2, and that will clear. And I can put, let's say, just the middle one into storage slot 2. Now I can go into the third one, and let's say I'll put the one on the lamp on the left. Now I'm not going to do the fourth and fifth one. It's just a little bit of, I'll just show off the first one. So with the first one, if you go back to the first one, it'll display what you saved to the first storage slot. And if I go to the second storage slot, it'll show what that appeared. Now these 3 lamps right here for decoration and lighting, I guess, and this is reset. This resets all of your storage slots. So it would reset 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it would also set this lamp back to 1, which is a little feature added, which I'll show you. So, press, so it goes back to 1, and it's all cleared. Now, there are some flaws with this design, because this design I only spent a couple hours working on it, like 3 or 4, and so there are a couple flaws. First of all, once you have turned a lamp on, you cannot turn it off unless you completely clear the entire board, and that can be pretty annoying. Like say I want one or no slot or save 3 and 2, then I accidentally click 1. There's no way of turning that off unless I press this. And that can get a little bit annoying. Another flaw is that there are only 3 save slots, so I can only save 3 on each of these little cartridges. And yeah. So it can be a bit annoying, but I honestly think it's pretty cool, especially this right here, this selector slot panel, because this is pretty cool. I might do an explanation video, I might, like where I explain the entire thing, but I can do a brief explanation right here. But, so yeah, and so I'm going to go ahead and press a couple of these. So I'm going to press 1. Actually, I'll do a full explanation. No, I'll save that for sure. Okay, fine. I'll do the explanation right now. So basically, when I press a button, which I will do right now, it will send a signal along this line, and it will split it off into 5 different directions. Now, the reason there's 3 of these 5s is because there are 3 different save points, save lights, and then there are 5 different slots. So I need 3. So I need 3 saves for every one slot. So 3 saves for every 1 slot. So 3 times 5 is 15. So I need 15. I used RS NOR latches, but you could use T flip flops, and I think that would make it a little bit easier because you would be able to turn it off. Like you'd be able to press this again and then turn it back off, but it would make clearing the entire thing a little trickier. So, yeah. So basically, every time you trigger one of these, like you turn on one of the save slots, it sends it turns on one of these lines, and that triggers that corresponding piston in each of these 5 rows. So this is one separate branch, and it triggers the piston that pushes down a block. So this is basically an AND gate right here, each of these, but I just made this from above so it didn't get too complicated and too wide. But so yeah, so this piston will allow the redstone current to pass through if you power this line. So if this line is powered and this is down, then it will power this line. Now, every time you press, and yeah, so the piston corresponds with the lamp that you chose. So this is the second piston that's triggered, and then the second save slot is on. So yeah, so when you press here, so when you press one of the buttons, a signal goes through the piston. It tries to go through all these, but they can't go through. But it can go through this piston, and it goes into this little RS NOR latch, which is tileable. So I have 15 RS NOR latches all next to each other right here. And then those RS NOR latches lead off to these lines. Now, I could have made this more compact and easier on myself, but I just didn't. I didn't really think this ahead of time, so that's why it's like this. But anyways, so when one of the save slots is on, it turns on this piston. Now, even though this one is on, because there's a save in this line, there's a save right here, it's not turning. This save is not turning on that light. This one is, because if this one, so say this one is turned off, but this piston is down, then it will not be turned on, even though this one is on. And the reasoning behind that is because basically, when you turn on a save slot, oh, I didn't mean to add delay. When you turn on a save slot, it powers. It tries to, so it turns it on over up through that line. And the reason they all join together at the end, so I was really confusing myself when I was building this. And don't connect. No. Bad. So this will turn on the lamp, because this is hooked up to the lamp, every time that save slot is opened and this piston is pushed down. So that means that the line can go through. So if I were to go and activate the first save slot, the first light would still stay on, because now it's this piston that's down, not this one. So, but if I were to go power, say, the third one, that would not be the case, because none of these are getting power. So this one's down, but this save slot was never powered. So this one's not turned on. So it's all kind of confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it's just very repetitive when you're building it. And I spent like 15 minutes cleaning it up and like putting the iron blocks underneath the redstone to make it look a little bit nicer. And then, yeah, I did that to this too, but it was just smaller. So yeah, I built this little selector panel first, and then I built the storage over here, and then I built the display, and then I hooked the two up. So yeah, some things I wish I had done. I wish I had used T flip-flops instead of RS NOR latches over as the storage, because that would have allowed you to undo your selection. So say, let's go to the first slot. Oh, but a lag. So say I wanted to turn this off, I would have if I had used an RS or a T flip-flop, because it toggles at every time it gets a signal. So yeah, that's something I wish I had done. And then I wish I had made this a little smaller, because I don't need all this space. Yeah, it was helpful in the design and kind of mapping it out in my brain. But in the end, I would think it would have looked nicer if it was smaller. So yeah, those are a couple things that I wish I had done. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, if you would like to see more of these videos, because I'm probably going to be releasing a couple more videos this week. If you like these kind of videos, like with storage and all that, then please leave a like on this video, and I will see you all later. Bye.